Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're doing absolutely fine. My team has been guiding people for setting up their business, which business to go for, how that needs to be done in a step by step manner. But lately, I received a question from one of my clients that how do I know if I'm ready to go ahead and start my own business? And I felt that's a very valid question. And there are many actually who think of starting or think of going for their first business, but hesitate and don't go for it. And just because they are still confused whether it's the right time when they should go ahead and start their own business. And that's what made me think, and I have come up with this video. So before going ahead, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to stay updated because it gives us a lot of motivation. As I always say, let's get started. Welcome back, guys. So let's start with some pointers which you should not do, you know, before starting your own business. So, number one, never start a business out of any desperation. There are many people I come across who are so desperate to earn money. They come and everything they speak with me or they talk with me is all about how is going to be the profit margin, how am I going to make a big business. It's never about the idea or it's never about that unique thing they are trying to deliver to the customer. So make sure that you are not among those who are just focusing on making some money or maybe some short term money. So please don't do that. Number two, make sure you are clear about your vision. There are many I come across who are so unclear about their vision, they don't even know who are their target customers or what is that they are offering to their customers. And I really feel pity on those guys because, um, even before starting their business, they have already declared it as a failure business. Because definitely a business like that does not survive in the long run. You might get some short term success, but definitely not a long term one. Now let's come up with the cream part. As I promised that I would tell you guys how you are going to ascertain or tell yourself that yes, I'm ready to start my own business. A very simple 6-step process or 6 key parameters that you need to notice within yourself to understand this very behavior. So the number one point is a profit roadmap. When I say profit roadmap, the first thing that comes to mind is what are your upcoming expenses, and number two is what is your upcoming revenue potential. So you should not understand whether the business that you are planning to start, what are those things that you are going to invest into, and what are the sources from where you are going to get your revenue. Is it strong enough? For that, you need to do a detailed market research on the business that you are going to do, the area in which you are planning to operate, your target customers, whether it will be beneficial for them or not. All those things you need to understand and you need to know much before even starting. So have a clear cut profit roadmap in your mind or on your papers, whatever. But just have it. Number two is a detailed business plan. So, or a business model. So it's very much required. Now, when I say business model, you must start from the basic. You know, the first and the very basic thing behind any business model is the idea. So you should be very clear about what your idea is. um, if you are providing or creating a product, then what is your product? How are you going to manufacture your product? If it is a service that you're offering, you must know what are the things that you're planning to offer to your customers. You should know it in very detail, not any high level planning. It must be a very pinpoint detailed planning. Number two, under business model is the finance part. You must know what is the finance that you would require to start your business, and how are you going to get that, whether you're going to use your savings or you're going to maybe take some loans. So you must be very clear about that. Number 3 is marketing strategy. So you must know whether you are going to plan online marketing model, or you're going to market your product or service offline in the local area. So you must be clear about that as well. You should have a detailed strategy with you. And another very important thing is the team requirement. You must know who are the ones that you're planning to hire, what is the skill set that you want, or what are the roles that you would require once you operate. So all these things must be available with you even before you start your business. Okay. Number 3, a very important thing and the most critical thing, you as the sole proprietor or the owner or of the idea must be confident on your product's USP. Whatever your product be or whatever your service be, you must be confident on your product's unique selling proposition. Because if you are not confident, you would never be able to market it. And if you yourself are not sure whether your product has certain USP or not, then definitely your customer is never going to understand that. So if you want your customer to really appreciate your idea and come to you and transact with you, then definitely you must be the first person who should understand the value of your idea or value of your product. That is very much required. Unless and until you develop that firm conviction within yourself, never start your business. The fourth point, very important, very critical, bank balance. We all talk about ideas, we all talk about confidence, but the main mood thing that is required to start any business is in the initial capital. Now how will you get that? You should be very clear about that. And when I say very clear, I'm saying that whenever you're planning for a bank balance, you must ensure that you should have some surplus amount to help you plan your plan B. Because I know we all are very optimistic and we know our business will flourish for sure. But you know, you must understand this very simple fact that without failures, you will never be able to achieve success. And for those failures, you need to withstand yourself, right? You need to withstand those failures. And for that, you need that surplus amount. So make sure that whenever you're starting your business, you should have an additional buffer or a surplus amount with you, which will help you when you are facing these kind of failures. Okay. The next thing, and very important thing, as I said about failures, I was talking about failures. The next point is on that. You must be ready to accept failures. So, people have seen budding entrepreneurs coming to me, talking to me, taking guidance from me, starting their business. But when they see initial failures or when they see some rejections, they themselves stop believing in their idea. And that is when I talk to them and tell them that, boss, this is not the way you should operate. Because as a owner or as a entrepreneur, your responsibility towards your idea is the topmost critical thing. And you yourself should have the biggest conviction, irrespective of whatever people say. If you feel that the idea is going to work, it will work. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe 1 year later, but it will. Now, having said that, I'll directly jump up to my sixth point, that is the last point, that you must be having the patience and survive. You need to be consistent. Consistency is the key. That's a very important thing. So make sure that whenever you are starting any business, you don't expect returns in first 6 weeks or first 6 months. Why I'm saying that? And you might feel that, boss, we are doing business because we want profit. But I would like to give a simple throwback to maybe make you aware of how things are. You spent almost 20-21 years studying, and then you land up in a job. That's how every person on earth is maybe mentally prepared for. But some of us actually decide that no, we want to do something where we are our own bosses, right? So my point is, if you have invested 20 years or maybe 15 years, 16 years, whatever in your education with a hope that yes, one day you will land up in your dream job or your dream business and you will earn money, then my point is, when you're starting a business, even your business is like a child. It needs attention. You need to develop it. You need to focus on its strengths. You need to provide quality to your customers, because initially you might have to cut off your profit margins to provide quality to your customer. But once your brand is famous and once you gain that market share, definitely the paycheck you will make 2 years later will compensate for all the things that you have done for these 2 years. So make sure you have that patience. Don't lose patience, but have it, and be consistent in whatever you do. So these are my 6 steps, key 6 steps, which will help you understand whether you are ready to start your own business. If you are not fulfilling any of these 6 steps, please don't go for it. Because if you go ahead and start your business, definitely you are going to fail. So having said that, Grow Machine has launched the business consultancy services. It's on the link will be in the description box below. Please go ahead. Let us know what are the services that you would require, and we will have one-on-one session with our experts, and we'll let you know what can we do for your business. Thank you for watching this video. Please let us know in comment section below what is your take, or what is that one big thing that gives you the ultimate motivation to start your own business, and catch you up in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.